Good morning, everybody. The NBA free agency has begun. You see, I'm repping the Knicks hat today, something I really don't do, but crazy stuff. NBA free agency began yesterday. A lot of NBA moves. Knicks made some moves. We're going to talk about that. I don't know if they made the right move. We don't know who's going to be their starting point guard moving forward. Derrick Rose signed a big deal. Knicks brought back Noel, Alex Burke, and Derrick Rose got a hefty contract for 3 years. Well deserved. But is Derrick Rose our starting point guard? We don't know. But I'm here today with my partner Zen Ray from Zen Ray Sports TV, and we're gonna get right into it. And we're gonna bring you all the latest moves that happen and what we project is going to happen. Who's gonna be our starting point guard come opening season? A lot of stuff, crazy. But let's get right into it. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. And let's get right into it. Let me bring my partner in here. He should be doing up his little intro.
And Schroeder, the free agent, he hasn't been picked up. So it's a lot of interesting things happening. I'm just waiting for Juby to come on. And yes, Juby is on. Juby.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Early morning, man. I'm a little bit comatose, but I'm here, man. So
you see, I'm normally don't wear hats, but I had to wear something orange and blue today, even though I'm bringing it live virtually from the Knicks locker room. It was a crazy night, man. I didn't get to bed until like 2:30 in the morning with all the speculations and all the moves that happened. I told my viewers that we're gonna grade what happened, what exactly happened, and what we think is going to happen moving forward. Who's gonna be our starting point guard, and what is our opening night lineup going to be looking like? Nobody knows.
it seems like the Knicks makes moves, and the moves they made yesterday, you had to make them. And getting Fournier here was a plus, but we still forget our point guard. What's going on here? We're scratching our heads. Okay, we all need a point guard. Okay, we signed Rose. He's our backup. We know Rose is not going to be starting. We know we got McBride. He's still work in progress, still a rookie. Tibbs does not play rookie. I think he'll get some playing time, but it all depends on his defense and his development. But who's our lead point guard? Ball went to Chicago as we speculated.
That broke my heart, man. When I saw that deal, that Lonzo Ball was gone. When I saw that Devontae Graham was gone. Chris Paul I knew was a pipe dream. I was like, I'm not worried about Chris Paul, so I knew that was going to happen. But when all these dominoes started falling, I was like, Knicks, what are you doing? You're focusing on bringing Noel back, and you're focusing on bringing Alex Burke. Mind you, Noel got $33 million, Ray. Alex...
I don't mean to interrupt, but Alex Burks, you had to sign him, and I think Noel's is in a trade package. I have a strange feeling because you have to make a trade to get Sexton, or not talking De'Aaron Fox as well. So you have to make some kind of trade. I think. Look, we just signed a big guy from Texas Longhorns, Jericho Sims. He's our future somehow. I think he's going to start in G League.
Definitely G League.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're going to package something. We need a point guard here, unless we're going to settle for a Schroeder, or we're going to bring back your best friend Nicotina.
Oh no! That'll be instead of my B- grade for off season. I swear, if they bring back Frank as a contributing point or Alfred Payton, that B- will go down to a D- because no. But I'm hearing a lot of stuff, man. I'm hearing the Knicks are not done yet. We're going to go back and forth. We're not going to spend too much time on it. But my man Carmelo, although I want him to go to LA, I'm hearing he's weighing his options between the Lakers and the Knicks. What's his name? World Wide West, and the other guy, Leon Rose, told Carmelo Anthony that they want him here. So he's weighing his options between LA and here. As a fan, I would love for him to go to LA to get a chip. Definitely, because that's his best opportunity to get a championship. But if we get him, here's my question to everybody who's watching. If we get Carmelo Anthony, for some reason Carmelo sits there and says, I want to be true and come back, because his son, I don't know if you know this, Ray, his son is playing for a team in New York. So he wants to be close. He's a real family guy. I would not be surprised if Carmelo sits there and puts his family first and says he wants to be close to his son, watch his son play, and actually takes a 2-year deal to come to New York. If he does that, Tom Thibodeau uses a 9 to 10 man rotation. Carmelo Anthony is going to play over Obi Toppin. I know we don't want to hear that. I know that's not something we want to hear. I'm just laying the facts out as a veteran coach. So that means if we do sign Carmelo Anthony, look out. I'm guaranteeing almost everything I have that the Knicks are going to trade Obi Toppin in a package like you're saying for a point guard, either Colin Sexton, Fox, or who knows what they have up their sleeve. And maybe they could package Nowhere Noel with Obi Toppin.
That'll make it work. I think that's what's probably gonna happen. But I think if I had a good feeling, he'll go to LA, he'll win
Most
a
likely.
championship, and then he'll come back here. You can always come back the following year when we're much better and we're more like at a point where we can win a championship. Look, the way the Knicks are settled right now, let's be realistic. The Knicks, look at the Heat took a big leap. They're one of probably the top 3 teams in the East now.
Heat always do it. It feels like Pat Riley always sticks it to the Knicks every so often.
He's just an intelligent man. He gave up Dragic, $19 million, got rid of that contract, and then you bring this guy. He wanted a 3-year contract, obviously, and he's got it. Lowry is going to be an asset to that team, and don't be too surprised if DeRozan is not too far behind. If they have enough cap space, but I think they can fit him in a mid-level exception. Maybe the Knicks still have a chance for him. I think the Knicks have a chance of doing a lot of things. It depends what's going to happen. We need a point guard. We need to settle that. If it's Schroeder, even though I don't like Schroeder, even if it's Schroeder, we need a point guard until we can develop these young guys behind us.
Well, these young guys, a lot of them are going to be playing over the summer league, including Kevin Knox, who's going to be like the veteran, if you will, of this summer league. I'm hearing the Knicks are really high, believe it or not, on Luca Valdoza, doing some contributing minutes for that point guard role. But listen, they threw a bag at Derrick Rose, $43 million. Am I a little bit skeptical with that price? That's a starting point guard price that you give. That's somebody who's going to give you 40 minutes. I don't think Derrick Rose is going to be able to, as much as he would like to, give us 40 minutes. I think if you got to play him 25 minutes, and even if you start him, you have to get a key contributor point guard. I'd much rather have Derrick Rose come off the bench with Obi Toppin and the young crew, because when they were together, they excelled. So, I'm not all for Dennis Schroeder. The guys don't curse me out. I know a lot of people don't really like Dennis Schroeder. But a couple of other names that are out there. Dinwiddie is close to signing a $63 million deal with the Washington Wizards. So that's one point guard that I really wanted, and it looks like he's probably going to be going to the Wizards. George Hill just got released by Philadelphia. I know he's a little up there in age, but a backcourt of George Hill and Derrick Rose, because of their leadership, doesn't sound too bad for me. Doesn't sound too bad.
And we're forgetting the Quickly factor.
Yeah, of course. Emmanuel Quickly is going to be there.
I've been hearing he's been working all summer on his game. Yeah. And point guard is one of the things he's been focusing on. So I wouldn't be surprised if Quickly, you give him a little try. Like if you get a Hill here, which is not the answer.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
You can hold over until year. And if Quickly can develop the way he developed from last year and develop forward, and he has some skills. He has some point guard skills. And with a year under his belt with Rose with him, and what he did last year with him, I think Quickly is an option if they don't want to spend. But come on, the Knicks been waiting for a point guard for how long? Jeez, come on, let's get this done.
I just don't get it, man. To be honest with you, I know a lot of us are happy with that Fournier deal, but you gave a man who's a great basketball player, but he's not an all-star. He's never made an all-star team. Great shooter, great stats.
He's not great. He's good. Look, he's 17 points average. He leads the France team in points and rebounds. He's dominating there in France, man. But look, in the 14 games he played for Boston, I think he averaged like 13 points a game. Nothing flashy, nothing great. But with Thibodeau's system, he's gonna say, "You have the rock, you're open, shoot the ball." He's gonna be like him and Burks are gonna be guys. Look, you have the green light to shoot.
Yeah, I like the Fournier deal because it's definitely an upgrade over this guy we had last season who went over to Dallas. But Alex Burke, although I like him a lot, I think that he's gonna take time off of these guys who I want to see play, who got drafted. You know what I mean? And I still feel, I was talking to my partner about this, and he disagreed with me. but I still feel there was somebody out there that you could have gotten maybe cheaper to help you have more money for point guard and still would have contributed, like a Malik Monk.
No, come on, Malik Malone hasn't done nothing. He's on the same train Kevin Knox is. Come on,
Oh
you
no,
just
no, no, no. He's not on the same. Kevin Knox is begging. Kevin Knox went out to the Knicks organization and said, I want to play in the summer league. Do you guys know why? Because Kevin Knox sits on the bench and he knows he has no chance of getting
that's
any playing time unless he shows
that's,
something.
that's probably one of the reasons. But the main reason is to develop. You need playing time. The G League would show what this guy's about, and you're gonna see when he's in the G League, he's gonna put up some numbers. But anybody with decent talent can put up numbers. But he needs playing time to develop and gain his confidence. You just can't sit on the bench, play once in a while, and get a rotational, smooth kind of way where you're gonna develop that way and get confidence. G League is the best thing for him, but I think he's in a trade package with Luca Valdoza, with Nerlens Noel to get an Obi Toppin. Those four guys are gone in some kind of deal, either to bring the Lillard in, either to bring.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Ray. Last night I was so close to trying to get on the phone with Leon and Will White West and say, "Listen, I know I was against that Damian Lillard trade, but please make it." I was getting desperate last night after seeing everybody, after seeing Miami, Chicago, LA. Listen, Brooklyn, watch out. The Lakers are stacked and loaded.
And Carmelo, I think Carmelo's going to go there. He's going to make that team even
Oh
better.
my god! Oh my god! Like talk about adding players that are gonna help your franchise. But like I said, the Knicks did what we realistically should have known they were gonna do. They upgraded a couple of pieces. They brought back their young core, which consistency and culture is key. So although I'm not happy with the Alex Burke move, I understand they took care of their own first to show others in the NBA that we're like family. We'll take care of you. So I get that whole notion. And let's face it, we made it to the fourth round last season with that core. But I would have liked to see. It's not over yet. I would like to see a nice point guard where I could sit there and say, hey, you know what? I'm comfortable. We didn't get a Damian Lillard. We didn't get a DeMarcus DeRozan, although that's not over yet. But we got a George Hill and we got Fournier. We brought back our young core, and it's a step in the right direction.
Look, if we get our point guard, if it's Schroeder, even Hill, I settle for at this point. If you get one of those point guards that can lead this team, and you get a DeRozan, I think I'll be happy with that lineup right now. I think you still can compete for that top 5 Eastern Conference spot. It might not be enough, but you're moving and you're trending. See, the whole thing about you need to trend upward. That's the whole thing, and you want to get better. I think next year is going to be the key year. We're going to have enough money in the cap to get at least one more star in here.
He speaks like a Knicks fan who's been bleeding for years. Aren't you guys sick of that? Let me tell you guys something. I've been hearing next year. The Knicks are going to have the cap. The Knicks are going to be better. Listen, guys, enough is enough. We've had cap space this year. We've had cap space when LeBron James was the free agency. Let's face the facts. The Knicks don't get anybody. That's why I want to keep RJ Barrett, because to me, that's our superstar. I'm glad Julius Randle turned out to the way he was, but it's a pipe dream to sit there and say, the Knicks are going to get Damian Lillard. The Knicks are going to get another star, because we always talk about Knicks have the cat. Look, Zach LaVine is going to be available next year. I can only imagine, I can bet money that Zach LaVine ain't coming here, because nobody ends up coming here. It's crazy.
You make a lot of, and you sound like a very punished Knicks fan, like many of us is. So I understand where you're coming from, but let me just say why no one wants to come here. Who wanted to play for an organization that was always losing? We started to develop. This is our first year winning. Nobody wants to come here. This is look, this is true what you're saying. The Knicks been losing so bad. They've been stinking up the joint. They've been throwing out their former players out of the arena. They've been doing they've been in charades. They've been in shambles for so many years. So who wants to come to New York and that? This is our first year that we've proven that we're a new team, a better team. We show again, and I think, we have some interest, but a lot of teams are still hesitant. Remember, they got Thibodeau, who's a tough-nosed coach. A lot of people don't like playing for that type of coach, and he still has people still say, "Oh, watch with Tibbs. He works." So he still has that aura. But once this team starts winning and winning and winning, winning helps in bringing players here. Until that doesn't happen, free agents are not going to come begging to come to New York. That's going to take a lot of work from our team. And Wild West, Mister West, what are you doing? Let's get players in here, man. That's what you're known for. So even with West connections, you can't get players here. That tells.
Well,
That tells.
the only one who I know said that if, and it's been said even by Stephen A. Smith, if he demands a trade, is Damian, who wants to come here. And you know what? There's only two other players that embraced coming to New York in my lifetime. And that was one, Amari Stoudemire. When the Knicks were in shambles, he was the first one to say, I want to come there and bring this team back to the light. Then after that, it was Carmelo Anthony. There has not been a star that has embraced taking the risk and wanting to come to New York other than those two guys. So I would like to see somebody and say, you know what? Like LeBron James, with all due respect, man, if you ever watch this, you're a great talented basketball player, but you got it easy. Let's be honest, guys. He got it easy. He went to LA. He already has Anthony Davis. Nobody like, somebody like Dwayne Wade won a chip with an old Shaq or whatever the case. So I respect something like that. I respect people who are committed. That's why I love the Greek Freak so much, because the Greek Freak, he could have gone to a Miami, a LA, and team up with Kawhi Leonard. But you know what? He decided to stay in Milwaukee, and he got a chip from Milwaukee, and that's the kind of player I want.
Well, you're not gonna bash LeBron. LeBron making smart business decisions.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
Yeah, you want to go to you wanted to build your brand, and going to the Knicks at that time. Oh my gosh, he would have had headaches. He would have had done freaking aspirin commercials for all the headaches he's getting. Look, smart business decision. I don't blame him. He went with the best team. He wanted to play with Dwayne Wade. I understand that. Listen, Carmelo Anthony, I get. Yeah, he wanted to come and play here. Amari Stoudemire, the only reason he came here because this is the only team that was paying him that big money. Doctor said that his knees are shot. He had a couple of years left. The Knicks took a shot, and it happened. He lasted about 2.5 years. That's the only reason Stoudemire come in, not because he wanted to take the chance. The Knicks were the only foolish team that gave him that massive contract to come here. That's the only reason. Melo, you made a good point.
Speaking
Amari,
of
the money, man, and nothing else.
Speaking of large foolish contracts, didn't we just give Aaron Fournier $78 million?
Yeah, no, that's. But see, it tells you.
So I get it, guys.
But Eric, this Fournier, he can play. 17 points. He's not Bullock. Bullock was going to make. He's making $10 million. Bullock is a one-dimensional type of player. He's a 3 and D. He's going to shoot the ball outside. Fournier drives, he penetrates, and he's a great passer. He passes the ball. He's going to create for other players. This guy didn't do that type of play.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. He didn't do that type. He was a shoot in the corner, shoot outside shooting. Fournier is going to do too much of your game. Look, I think it's a lot of money. 3 years guaranteed. Bullock was for me a one-dimensional type 3 and D player. That's all he did. Fournier could shoot the ball. His defense needs a little work, but under Tibbs, you don't worry. So I think, yeah, when I saw the contract, almost $19 million a year, the thing I like is they have an option for the 4th year, which is a good thing. But it's a hefty contract, man, for a guy who only averaged 17 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not against the move. Like I said, you had to show the fans, and you had to show the organization that you're making moves. I'm just still baffled that as of last night, the Knicks technically, unless they spoke to Derrick Rose and they said, "Hey, Derrick, do you think you could start?" And of course, Derrick Rose being Derrick Rose, yeah, Tom, I can start for you. I'll give you 35 minutes a game. But let's face the facts. That man's a 20 to 25 minutes player right now. Look what happened when they started playing him 30 minutes to 35 minutes. He broke down in that Atlanta series after game 2 or game 3. He was done.
Yeah, he did 38 minutes in that game. Almost 40 minutes. But they needed him. He was the only one playing like an all-star in that game. Nobody. He was carrying the team. And if it was the old Derrick Rose, I think we would have led probably maybe 1 or 2 more games.
Yeah.
We didn't win any. We only won 1, so the series would have been closer. But Derrick Rose was a great move. You had to, because Chicago was interested in bringing him back. So it was between Chicago and the Knicks. So the Knicks said, "Look, we need him. Listen, you needed Rose. If you would have told me today that Derrick Rose signed with another team, my heart would have dropped.
Yeah, my partner here was I don't know if he was working. I think he was working yesterday, and I was on that phone, and I felt bad. I'm sitting here and I'm sending him all this stuff, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I forgot this man is working today. But it was just so much coming out, guys, and I was so hyped. You know what I mean? Like I was even hyped about Devontae Graham. I was like, oh my God, the Knicks might get him, Norman Powell, which ended up getting $90 million. But
That was he got what he wanted. Powell,
yeah.
listen, they knew the value of Powell. The Knicks was not going to give that money. So what's the closest to Powell? We got a Fournier. All right. So I mean, that's close. You know, it's close. But look, Juby, if you had to tell me right now, tonight, or by tomorrow morning, if you had to hear something from the Knicks news update saying the Knicks acquired blank blank, who are the players? Who are the two players you would like the Knicks to know by tomorrow they have right now?
Free agency wise and real, I'm gonna be realistic, guys. I'm not gonna make a pipe dream. Realistically, I wouldn't be upset because Dinwiddie's off the market. I wouldn't be upset with Eric Bledsoe, who's a free agent, and George Hill. That's free agents talk right now to help out Derrick Rose at that point guard spot. Because we don't know what we're getting from Luca Valdoza and the other point guard rookie and quickly. In a trade package, like I tell you guys, if for some weird reason Carmelo signs here, there's no reason to have Obi Toppin, and there's no reason for Taj Gibson, unfortunately. So I would look the Knicks to make a package deal to bring in Colin Sexton. Those are my play. That's what I want before this season starts. I want a point guard that's going to help Derrick Rose, because he needs, even if it's a Dennis Schroeder, which I'm not really too fond of. That's why I keep saying George Hill or somebody, because I'm not really fond of Dennis Schroeder. But you need help.
I'll take a George Hill. I even take the point guard, the other point guard they were talking about, the older guy from, I think he played for Conley. I'll take Conley.
He signed.
Oh, he did?
He signed with Utah. Yeah. He's listen, everybody signed. You know, Alex Caruso, for Christ's sakes, signed with the Chicago Bulls. You know,
5 years, $43 million.
So I'm looking over here. Duncan Robinson, who I wanted from the Miami Heat, got $90 million. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the Knicks were thinking. I don't know what management was thinking. But everybody who I listen to, every sportscaster, every other podcast and YouTube channel, all say the Knicks are not done. They have something up their sleeves. They have inside information, most likely, that they're going to end up either with a trade or they're going to pick up maybe a DeMarcus DeRozan. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's my thing. I think if they pick up even a Schroeder, Hill, and get a DeRozan here, another player who can score, that's what the Knicks. I mean, he's not good 3-pointers, but he's an automatic 2-bucket. He'll get you a bucket when you need it.
Yeah.
So a player like that, the guy person can drive, penetrate, and when he's open, he can shoot that too. The three, he's only shoots like 33%, but we don't have him for that.
That's why you got Fournier and Alex Burks and Quickly for Derrick Rose is not a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah, so if you get a Rosen and a Hill here, I'll be happy with that. But I think you're right. I think we're gonna create some kind of trade. I don't know if it could be a Lillard trade. I don't think Portland's gonna move him. I think they're gonna hold on to him. The Knicks would have to give up a lot to get him. But if you involve another third team, I think that's a big possibility. But I think the Sexton deal's alive. And the Aaron Fox is that's alive somehow, some way. That's
listen. If we can get a Darren Fox from Sacramento, that for me with this team right now, that puts us guaranteed. I'm not even gonna say Eastern Conference. I'm gonna say that guarantees me no minimum than a second round. That's how big of an impact I think that kid would have on this organization.
Right. All right, Juby. Listen, I think we said what we had to say. I think I think. Look, we're gonna be on again, probably on the weekend coming up, probably on a Sunday. We're gonna be doing a lot of soul searching as Knicks fans to see what actually happens. If any immediate news come up, I'll come on. Juby's gonna be going away, and I'll let you know what came up. I put some videos. I put a couple of videos out there. McBride, our draft pick, and I did another video of all the draft picks we've made for the team.
Check it out,
Get a
guys.
bio stats on the players. You can take a look at that at Zen Ray Sports TV.
His link is in my bio, guys. Check it out.
Yes, and with that said, Juby, you have any last departing words you have to say?
All I'm gonna say, man, my final word is Leon Rose, Worldwide West, please, please, please get me another point guard to help Mr. Rose at that point guard position. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to come back from my little, break to hear that the Knicks have got another point guard to help Derrick Rose. Then I'll be a happy man. That's it.
I agree. I think we need to get a point guard and to Juby's mouth, to God's ears, or the universe. Let everyone be enlightened by love, peace, and joy that you can bring to everyone around us. And remember to think and to know that the best is yet to come. Juby, thanks for coming on. Listen, take care of yourself and your family, and we'll see you coming up Sunday, right, Juby?
All right, brother. Keep me posted. If you hear anything, I'll do the same, and let's keep each other in the loop. And orange and blue skies, brother.
Sounds good. Zen Ray out. Take care, everyone, and enjoy your day.
All right, guys. That was Zen Ray with Zen Ray Sports TV. If you want to catch all his stuff, you can catch his videos. The link is in my bio for Zen Ray Sports TV. Just to wrap it up real quick, the Knicks made some moves. Were you happy with them? It's a little toss up. They made some moves. They upgraded the small forward position. But like I said during talking with Zen Ray, I really hope that I come back and I hear that the Knicks got some help at that point guard position. And maybe Carmelo Anthony comes here. Who knows, man. But I wanted to wish you guys a great couple of days. Enjoy the weather. Be safe. I know that there's a lot of craziness going on out there. And as always, family above everything. God bless. Have a good one. Peace.
Father, it's parenthood shit. Humble. I'm digging into this, honestly, knowing it's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy, that's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my son and my daughter. Never could fail as a father. Been new to the times will be hard, believe me, of that I'm not bothered. Humbly in love with it all, just trust when I say that I got him. Speak from the heart, the story we'll see if you come from the bottom. Digging into it, knowing I barely get through it. Takes all you got to be a man, just gotta level the uses. Make sure you don't have too little, and also don't overuse it. It's like my Libra scale, all it took was a balance of movement. As for my kids, I will prove it. There's nothing else I can do but to make sure every single footstep that I take is for you. While putting your best foot forward, I'll show you how to move and how to keep a strong knee that's really buckling through. Let's take them through it, the levels of evolution. How ladies can never prove it and fellas just never do it. But hold it tight while you down and then tiptoe in silent movement. Make sure no one that don't need to know never know how you move. Aside my kids, I will always grow. That's something I'll forever show. Epiphany hitting stronger than bullets you letting go. And regardless, I made it right. How I did it, you'll never know. Back and forth for all of my bullshit, I had to make something blow. Just let them know I'm digging into this, honestly, knowing it's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy, that's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard.